Alexis Coyle is off to an amazing start to 2023. We'll explain exactly how she did it next. I am here with our amazing team member, Alexis Coyle, and she is charging the storm in 2023. And what we found is we kind of broke it down before the show, explained a little bit about what you've been doing, what's been working, what hasn't. You're on pace right now to sell almost $9 million of real estate in 2023, and we're sitting here mid-March, right? So a lot of folks, they're seeing a lot of challenges in the market. The interest rates are volatile. There's not enough inventory. You've taken a much more different approach and are playing offense. What have been some of the keys to your success?
I think just communicating more, following up, definitely like good communication, strong communication, and bringing something to the table for the clients.
Okay, so that all sounds great. There's a little more detail to it. I know that and you know that. So talk about the communication. So what did you commit to yourself, and what kind of communication have you committed to with your clients?
I always try to have at least 15 conversations a day, no matter what, whatever that looks like, to make sure that I'm hitting that goal and to set a goal that way. I don't just go into each day blindsided.
So what does that 15 conversations a day do for you? It sounds simple. We've heard this before, right? How many times you heard like a coach say that on stage, or I've said that to you, or even you said it? What has that done for your business now that you're committed to it and it's become a daily discipline, not a goal you're trying to hit?
It's helped speed everything up. Like, I feel like it was like everything took off once I started hitting those goals. Once I consistently was reaching my goals, saying them out loud, saying like, this is what I have to do. It just transformed everything.
Well, and it's not a goal unless you tell other people, right? If it's just a goal in your head, like, it doesn't, you cannot hit it and nobody knows, right? There's not that sort of letdown factor that can happen. So you're having 15 conversations a day. Who are you talking to? Like, break it down for everyone here, because it sounds simple. I know it's been tough to even get to that number, right? You've had some days where you struggled doing that. So what's been your mindset around hitting it every day, and who are you talking to? Who are you communicating with?
I always, like, we have clients that like you're nurturing, like some that need a little bit more communication and get walked through. So I always try to make touch base with those like weekly. And then I also try to bring on new clients. That's something that I've been working on more, trying to have like 2 to 3 new clients a week, getting to know more people, just like getting in front of new faces. And I feel like that has really helped as well.
Sounds like you're using the business plan of the future. Talk to people, set appointments with them, and then get them through the funnel, right? So I think that's really awesome. You are being very like humble here. I mean, I think that the transformation's been exciting. I know Brian, our sales manager, said the same thing to me. So you're talking to people every day, and you're trying to meet them. Right. Is that like your number one goal in the day? Like what like if you got only one thing done today, is that what you're trying to hit first and foremost, or tell me more about it?
Yeah, I try to set, like, I always set 3 business goals and then a personal goal, and I try to hit those. Like, that's something that you've really helped with. So that's what I really do, and every day, like, I try no matter what to like have those conversations with clients that I'm either working with now, new clients. I just try to make sure that I'm doing my part. That way I know that somebody's not waiting for me. And somebody's like, oh, like, is she going to get back to me? Like, that's why I make sure I'm fulfilling those, like, people that I need to.
Well, it sounds like you're doing what you say you will when you say you will with your clients. And that goes a long way in this business, because how many times you hear realtors, they don't follow up. They don't call people back. And that's such an issue. And it happens so frequently. It's kind of mind-blowing. So you talked about you have 3 goals, 1 personal. So I know what that means, but why don't you talk about it here? Because to me, that's the most powerful force in the universe, and you've really embraced it.
Yeah, so what I try to do is I make a conversation goal of how many conversations I'm going to reach. I try to do like dials or take on something new. Like I started door knocking, or just different forms of that to like incorporate something new into my business. And then I make a personal goal too, so it's not just work-based. So I have something in my personal life that I have to do and work life.
And talked about the format here, because what you're really doing is you leaned into accountability. And you're not using the word, but that's exactly what we're talking about. And you've leaned into it so much that now I'm clear you're thriving in a more accountable environment, because it gives you guidance. So how has that transformed? Because we started doing that, I want to say like 3-4 months ago. And now it's, I mean, to me, your business is night and day, and you're seeing the results.
It transformed like 1,000%. Like, I had the worst time management. I didn't have time management. I didn't time block. Like, I would show you my calendar, and there was like nothing, and you're like, how are you going to know? And there were so many things like that. And then I started accountability, and like, you really helped like manage your time, like time block things, like put that in, and just like having to say my goals, like saying them to you, like it's almost like affirmation. Like, it's like you had to say it, and then I didn't want to feel like, oh, wow, I did hit that. Like, because I'm not letting myself down, I'm letting other people down too. Like, it's kind of shameful when you're like, this is what I set for myself, which was attainable, but I didn't do it. So
You're giving me a lot of credit, like I told you to do all this stuff. You put in the
You
work.
helped.
Now, I gave you the path to go down. You still the one that did the work, and most people can't do that. So give yourself some credit. This is how humble she is. That's why she's seeing a lot of success. So, I mean, your business, and you got into the business literally when the market turned, like almost to the day. So how has these changes to your daily routine, this changes to I'm going to hit a number every day, because that's really what we're talking about here, and having to declare that goal and then show up the next week and say I did it or I didn't. How did that help you deal with the shift in the market?
I think I had to keep shifting with the market. Like, I got in when it was like the COVID market just ended, and it was like everything was changing. So there was so much that I had to learn. Like, interest rates went up, people weren't used to it. They wanted a 3% rate, which wasn't happening. So it was like I constantly had to educate myself, like listening to podcasts, reading into it, just doing my part to kind of shift with the market to assist my clients.
Well, now you're seeing more success than most agents see their entire 12 months or sometimes even their entire career. So for the people watching this, someone's feeling like you, or that they want more out of their business. They want to get to a level where they're happy with a consistent, scalable, repeatable business, not going on like that roller coaster or hoping you get that one buyer that you have under contract. What advice do you have for them?
Stay in contact. Definitely make your calls. Like, stay in contact with your clients. That's what I would really stress, because I see clients that I've been working with for 6 months that I'm just turning around now, because sometimes they need that support and they need that momentum from you to help them kind of push them across the line.
So it sounds like she's saying make your phone calls and talk to people.
100%.
What advice would you have for someone that maybe is a little hesitant on saying, like, hey, I need some help?
Just ask for it. I mean, honestly, like, our accountability did happen by accident, but it changed my whole business. It changed my, like, even like my personal life. Like, just like having to like wake up early, time manage better, and just kind of progress. I think just ask for it, and it definitely made a huge difference.